Some roads don't care if you're prepared. A woman followed into darkness, a father who noticed too late, and a night shift that revealed what hunts between mile markers. 3 people, 3 highways, 3 moments where turning around wasn't an option anymore. This happened in November 2023, about 14 months ago. I was 29 and working as a pharmaceutical courier for a regional medical supplier based out of Reno. The job paid well because nobody else wanted to do the overnight runs through Nevada's back country, delivering time-sensitive medications to rural clinics that couldn't wait for standard shipping. That particular night, I was hauling temperature-controlled insulin and chemotherapy drugs from Reno to Ely, which meant taking US 50, the so-called loneliest road in America. If you've never driven it, the name isn't marketing. It's 250 miles of absolute nothingness, where you might see another vehicle every hour if you're lucky. I left around 11 p.m., which was standard for these runs. The road was empty, just my headlights cutting through the darkness, and the occasional reflective eyes of deer watching from the sagebrush. I had my usual setup, coffee in the cup holder, true crime podcast playing, and my company-issued dash cam recording everything for insurance purposes. Around 2:30 a.m., somewhere past Austin, I noticed headlights behind me. Not unusual, but they were maintaining this exact distance, maybe a quarter-mile back. I sped up slightly. They sped up. I slowed down. They slowed down. My first thought was highway patrol, maybe checking my speed, but they never pulled closer or turned on any lights. Just maintained that same distance, mile after mile. After about 20 minutes of this, I started getting uncomfortable. The thing about US 50 is there are virtually no turnoffs, no side roads, no escape routes, just straight highway cutting through federal land and mountain passes. Whoever was back there had been following me for at least 30 miles through the most isolated stretch of road in America. I tried telling myself I was being paranoid. Maybe they were just another courier headed to the same general area, driving at a similar speed, but something felt wrong. The way they never got closer, never passed me, never fell back far enough to disappear, like they were hurting me. Then my phone rang. The caller ID showed a Nevada number I didn't recognize. I answered it on speaker. A woman's voice, shaky and urgent. "Are you the white cargo van heading east on 50? My blood went cold. Who is this?" "Listen to me very carefully," she said. "Do not stop. Do not slow down. There's a vehicle behind you that's been flagged by highway patrol. We received a call about 30 minutes ago from a clinic in Eureka. Someone broke into their parking lot and stole a vehicle matching the description of the one following you." I looked in my rearview mirror. The headlights were still there, same distance, same speed. "What kind of vehicle?" I asked, though I already knew the answer was going to be bad. "A patient transport van. The kind with medical restraints in the back." The clinic director reported that the van was taken along with several boxes of controlled substances and surgical equipment. Her voice dropped lower. "The person who took it also accessed their patient files. They know the route that medical couriers use." My hands were sweating on the steering wheel. "Where's the nearest town?" "Eureka is 40 miles ahead, but here's the problem. There's construction between you and town. They've got the highway narrowed to 1 lane through a canyon pass. If they're planning to stop you, that's where they'll do it." I felt sick. What do you want me to do? State police are en route from Ely, but they're at least 30 minutes out. I need you to maintain your current speed and do not engage with this vehicle under any circumstances. If they try to get you to pull over, do not stop. Do you have any way to defend yourself? No, I said. We're not allowed to carry weapons. Company policy. There was a long pause. Okay, stay on the line with me. What's your name? Marcus. Marcus, I'm Deputy Hernandez with Eureka County Sheriff. I'm going to stay on the phone with you until our units reach you. Can you see the vehicle clearly? I adjusted my mirror. In the distance, I could make out the boxy shape of a van. White, just like she'd said. No front license plate that I could see? Yeah, I see it. Good. Now, you mentioned you have a dash cam. Is it recording right now? Yes, front and rear facing. Perfect. Keep it running. Now listen, when you hit that construction zone, you need to make a choice. Either you maintain speed through the work zone, which means going through at probably 60 in a 35 zone, or you slow down and risk them pulling alongside you. What's your cargo? Medical supplies, insulin, and chemo drugs. Are they secured? Yeah, locked climate-controlled unit in the back. Why? Because if things go bad, you abandon that van and you run. Do you understand me? Those supplies can be replaced. You cannot. My mouth was dry. The highway ahead was completely dark, except for my headlights. No other traffic, no witnesses. Just me and whoever was in that van behind me. Then I saw the orange construction signs. I see the work zone, I said. What's the posted speed? 35, single lane. How long is the zone? Sign says 3 miles. Deputy Hernandez was quiet for a moment. Okay, here's what you're going to do. When you enter that construction zone, I want you to accelerate to 70. Don't slow down until you're through. That's reckless driving. I could lose my license. My job. Marcus, that van has medical restraints and surgical equipment in it. Do you understand what I'm telling you? This isn't about your job anymore. Something in her voice made me realize she wasn't just worried about stolen property. She was worried about what someone would do with restraints and surgical tools in the middle of nowhere at 3 a.m. I hit the construction zone at 60 and pushed the accelerator. 70, 75. Van behind me immediately sped up too, closing the distance. The construction barriers flew past in a blur. I was white-knuckling the steering wheel, praying I wouldn't hit loose gravel or blown tire debris. The van was maybe 100 feet behind me now, its headlights filling my entire rear window. Then something happened I didn't expect. A second set of headlights appeared in my side mirror. A large pickup truck had come out of nowhere, accelerating hard through the construction zone behind the van. It pulled right up on the van's bumper and started flashing its high beams. There's another vehicle, I said into the phone. Black Dodge Ram? I think so. That's our undercover unit. He was running dark, waiting to see what the van would do. Stay on course, Marcus. You're doing great. The pickup stayed on the van's tail through the entire construction zone, not giving them any room to make a move. When we finally cleared the barriers and hit open road again, I saw red and blue lights in the distance ahead. 3 state police cruisers had set up a rolling roadblock. I slowed and pulled to the shoulder as instructed. Behind me, the pickup had forced the van to stop. Officers were already moving toward it with weapons drawn. Deputy Hernandez stayed on the phone with me for another 40 minutes while they processed the scene. She told me to stay in my van, keep the doors locked, and not look at what they were doing behind me. I couldn't help it, though. In my side mirror, I watched them pull 2 people out of the van. A man and a woman, both cuffed. Then I saw the officers open the back doors of the van and stand there for a long moment before one of them walked away and threw up on the side of the road. Later, after I'd given my statement and they'd cleared me to continue, one of the state troopers came over to my window. He was an older guy, probably close to retirement. "You're lucky," he said. "We've been tracking these 2 for 6 weeks. 4 couriers went missing on rural highways across Nevada and Utah, all of them driving alone at night, all of them carrying valuable cargo. What happened to them?" I asked, though part of me didn't want to know. He just shook his head. "Don't stop on Use 50 after dark anymore. Not for anything. You understand?" I understood. The company offered me a $5,000 bonus to stay on and keep running night routes. I took the bonus and quit 2 days later. I'm working as a pharmacy tech now, regular hours, surrounded by people and lights and security cameras. Sometimes I still dream about those headlights in my mirror, maintaining that perfect distance, waiting for the right moment. And I think about how many miles of dark highway there are in this country where nobody would hear you scream.